Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Audrey and today we're playing on my island of Gingersnap, and if you don't know what's going on here on Gingersnap, it is my Christmas island and I'm decorating here on it every single day up until Christmas. I'm making a video here every day, so if you like this concept and want to hang out with me daily, then go ahead and subscribe. But anyways, we are I'm coming at you a little late today. Normally I try to post my videos around lunchtime, but it's Monday, and we all know how Mondays go. We all know, Garfield, he's always like, oh, I hate Mondays, and that's me. I'm one of those people. I hate Mondays kind of person. So I was a little slow, but we got there. I got the video. All right. Everything turned out completely fine. And actually today I went and I got myself a coffee from my favorite coffee place locally. And that reminds me that you should do something nice for yourself every single day. Anna Paul on TikTok, she always says that every day you should do something for yourself, even if it's just a face mask. And I live by that. I think life is so much better if you give yourself a little treat every single day. And that's what I did today. And I think you should do that as well. So anyways, I'm making a little gift wrapping station here right off of my Christmas market. I originally wanted it to be a part of this Christmas market, so it kind of still is, but it kind of isn't. I don't know, it works out in my mind. I like where it is. And also my simple panels, I only had one in the dark brown color and one in the light brown color, so I just went ahead and used them both and kind of covered up the light brown one with that tool shelf situation. And I'm like, yeah, nobody will notice, you know what I mean? But I'm pointing it out, so everybody's going to notice because I'm pointing it out. Doesn't matter. It's totally fine. Nobody has to worry, you know what I mean? It's a stylistic choice. It's the holidays. Who has time to make sure all their shelves are the same color? I definitely don't. But today, we get quite a few builds done, which is exciting. We obviously do this gift wrapping station, and I had this in mind ever since I conceptualized Gingersnap in my mind. I was like, there has to be a Christmas market, there has to be a gift wrapping station there, because what's cuter than a little gift wrapping station? Those are always so helpful. During the holidays, whenever people are like wrapping gifts, usually there's someone who's fantastic at wrapping presents, and you're like, where did you learn? How did you do this? And I don't know, in my experience, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like their response is always like, oh, I've had to volunteer at like a gift wrapping station situation, and now I'm really good at wrapping presents. And I'm like, God, I wish I lived your life, but unfortunately I live my life and I never did that. So I'm okay at wrapping presents. I don't think I'm that bad. I think I was worse like when I was younger. I mean, obviously, and I have slowly gotten better. I think if you take your time, then it all goes a little bit better, and I think that is how most things go in life. If you take your time, generally things work out a little bit better. But sometimes with wrapping presents, I'm like, no, I gotta get this done now. So I'm about to be plotting down Able Sisters here, and I'm gonna move it here and we're gonna decorate it. It's kind of like a little sewing area that I've made. There's like little bears. I'm kind of on the outside. You'll see. I'm implying that like maybe they sewed up the bears here at Able Sisters. I thought it was really cute and really simple. Kind of like maybe they sell quilts and sewing supplies here. It's like a Joann's. What's more Christmassy than a Joann Fabrics? You know what I mean? I feel like every Christmas holiday season I end up in a Joann Fabrics at least once. You know what I mean? Whether it's for a gift or for decorations or for a craft. Who doesn't love a Christmas craft? I sure love a Christmas craft. And we're not going to talk about how poorly I was at placing down the design codes today. Some days are just like that. You know what I mean? And this was the day where I was not very good at placing them down. I mean, I know what order they go in generally, but for some reason I just was like lazy today, Sometimes you have those days where you're just feeling lazy, and today was definitely one of those days. I was feeling lazy with what I was doing and how I was doing it, but it all turned out fine in the end, you know what I mean? So it's all good. But while we're sitting here, let's all take a quick break to take a drink of whatever beverage that you have. I have a coffee here. This is my little treat. If you have a water, I don't know, a soda, whatever you have, take a little sip. Take a little sip. Wasn't that delightful? I just took a sip of my coffee. You know what that reminds me is I just said soda. I was like, take a sip of your soda. And I want to know what you call soda. Because where I grew up, we called it pop. And then I moved somewhere where we call it soda. And everybody made fun of me for calling it pop. So I have shifted into calling it soda. But what do you call it? Do you call it pop? Do you call it soda? And I know in other countries, they call it something else. I've heard, like a fizzy drink. You know what I mean? What do you call it? I call it soda now, but I used to call it pop. I used to be one of those people that said pop. But I love it. I think it's great. Soda. When I was a kid, I didn't like soda because it was like spicy, and now I'm older and I'm not a child anymore, and man, do I crave the spice that comes from soda. Like a seltzer water. I love that those kind of taste like TV static. You know what I mean? Also, look at Poppy. I saw her here eating a little donut. I had to take a cute little photo with her, and I kept it in because you guys need to see the adorableness that was Poppy sitting on that chair with that adorable little donut. Oh my God, it was so cute. I love the villagers when they're like actually interacting with the items in a cute way. That's what's nice about having like a fully built out like island is you'll see the villagers kind of walking around in your little spots that you have built, and it's so precious and I love it so much. And this little spot, I struggled with how I wanted this to kind of look. And the colorways of all the wooden items, because every wood that I placed down was all a different color, and I was a little bit panicky at this time. I was like, this is gonna look awful. But Able Sisters looks so good on a Christmas island. I guess because that pink is still kind of more of a reddish tone, and then the green roof and awning, oh my gosh, it just looks so Christmassy. I feel like Able Sisters really fits on this island so well. I don't know. I don't prefer winter in Animal Crossing. I know most of us don't, to be honest. But the buildings, like with the snow on them, they look really good. Man, they really popped off when they designed the buildings in Animal Crossing. I wish that they would give us like more to play with, like they did in New Leaf. Like you could change the exterior of the what is it called? The resident services. How did I forget that? It's Monday, guys. You know what I mean? Some of us, we get tired on Mondays, and I am some of us. I get tired on Mondays. But I did end up going with the darker wood colorway for everything, even though that bridge right there is a lighter wood colorway. I don't know. It just felt right. You know what I mean? And I think it's only me that is thinking that deeply about what's going on here. You know what I mean? So it's totally fine. Also, behind these little like sewing machine desk things that I have out here, I want to have that, that item that has like a kimono hanging and you can customize it so the kimono is whatever fabric you want it to be. I want to have those there and make it kind of look like they're maybe making quilts or something like that. I love that item. I think it's actually pretty versatile. But I wanted this originally to look like a little sewing area, but I wasn't vibing with it, so I ended up just having that one antique looking sewing machine and then having the sewing supplies, and I thought that was actually pretty cute the way that turned out. And I'm walking back and forth to make sure it looks good at all angles. And oh my God, I love these bears that I'm about to place. Oh my gosh, they really popped off when we could just place giant bears like on our island. I wish I incorporated them more into Paw View. I'm sorry. This is Gingersnap. Oh my gosh, I just called Gingersnap Paw View. Oh my God, is anybody feeling nostalgic for Paw View? Because I guess I am, or else I wouldn't have said it. But I do wish I used these bears a little bit more around Gingersnap. I don't know, they just don't feel like in real life. How often do you just have a giant bear like sitting around? You know what I mean? And so that's why I didn't use them so much. But you know, it's Animal Crossing, it's not real, so I should have just done what I wanted. But it's okay. I'm liking how everything is, and I like when builds are a little bit more realistic. That's why the grocery store build and the that little ice fishing one, that's why those came so naturally to me, because that's kind of what I'm into. Also, I do this thing when I'm going to make like a little picnic blanket situation. If I want to layer them over top of each other, I will make the full picnic blanket of the bottom one and then kick off where I want the one that's gonna lay over it to go. I don't know why I do that, but it feels right, you know what I mean? But I love these Christmas blanket codes. Man, blanket codes in Animal Crossing, they just go hard. And then also that quilted little chair thing I thought was so perfect to be over here by this little sewing area. Like, oh my gosh. Can you believe how adorable? Because I simply cannot believe how adorable this is all turning out right now. And I just added like a little picnic going on because I wanted to have the blankets on the ground over there because I thought it just fit with Able Sisters and kind of this sewing situation that I was going with. But then I was like, well, we got to have a picnic or something. So I just had a cute little Christmassy picnic with a little Yule log, which is one of the best items that they have put in the game. And, you know, little Zen cushions and cozy, cute little items like that. And a baby bear. Oh, I love the baby bear. I have all 3 bears right here. Oh my gosh, they're a little bear family. Oh, I love them so much. I love how that picnic turned out. I love a good picnic and picnic blanket in Animal Crossing. It's everything in my opinion. Yeah, loved it so much. And then of course I'm about to go in and add all my weeds and bushes and flowers and custom design codes to fill out. Also trees. So many trees because behind Able Sisters I didn't have any plan to put anything back there, so I just went ahead and filled it out with trees so it looks foresty, because this whole island looks very woodsy and foresty and cute and fun, and you know, it's great. I love it so much. And yeah, and it's fun and exciting that we're finally on this like left portion of the island, because that's all that's left. That's all she wrote here at the last section of the island here. And that's so fun and exciting, and I can finally use these apples, and man, the apples look good on this island. I gotta say, they really look good in my opinion. They really fit the Christmas vibe. They're so bright red, you know. And then yeah, so like I said, I'm just putting all these trees back here, making it look really foresty, really full. And I kept grabbing like 10 or 15 trees thinking that would be enough. Never was it enough. It's never enough trees, you know. We gotta fill it out completely. I mean, I don't think it's over like 30 trees back here, but man, it felt like I kept placing down trees and then grabbing more and placing down trees and grabbing more. I guess I just never grabbed enough like in the first place. But I just wanted to fill this out with some foresty stuff, so then nobody has a reason to come back here, because there's nothing back here that you need to see. There's no builds, you know. On the beaches, I do want to have small little subtle builds on the beaches, so if someone, you know, goes into the beaches and they want to see something, there's something there, but it's not the main focus. I might the next couple days, if the whole island is done by that time, I'll probably do a video where I decorate all the beaches just in one go. I love watching videos like that, especially it's helpful to get some inspo for your beaches, because man, those are just hard to decorate. Like, they're just kind of an interesting shape. It's hard to do something meaningful on all of them, and you know, this is a winter island, so it's not like anybody's doing something super beachy, you know, this time of year. So you got to find things that are kind of warm and cozy, but it would still make sense to do on a beach, you know what I mean? Have you ever been to a beach when it's cold? Not like gone somewhere warm when it's cold where you live to a beach, but like been to a beach where it is cold there, you know what I mean? I don't think I've ever done that. That doesn't sound fun. Like, being wet and cold is just, it's a bad combo. I must have been getting a snack here. Normally I edit these moments out, but I just left this one in. I wonder what I was doing. I was probably getting a snack. That's usually what I do when I when I build. I like to drink a soda or have a little snack with me at all times. You know, like I said, treat yourself, you know, do something nice for yourself every single day. Mine is to have like a Diet Coke. I love Diet Coke. I feel like this year for Halloween I saw so many people dressed up as Diet Coke, and that resonated with me. I was like, me too. I'm also a Diet Coke fan. There's something about it. I like Diet Dr. Pepper too, but Diet Coke is just so much better. Some days I like to just, go to a drive-thru and only order just the largest Diet Coke possible, because I've said this before, the fizziness from a fountain soda is it's so much more potent than it is from a canned soda. But somebody was telling me in the comments, quite a few people said that a great way to not dilute your soda is to put reusable ice cubes or frozen grapes into your soda, so then the ice doesn't melt and water it down. And you guys are so smart, because I would have honestly never thought of that, and that is so genius to just have reusable ice cubes. I've seen them too. I don't know why my brain didn't think like, oh, this is perfect for me. You know what I mean? This is exactly for the exact thing that I'm constantly complaining about. But also on this little peninsula out here, I just made a cute little laundry area. It's very small. It's just something to look at. I don't intend for people when they're touring to come back here necessarily, but if they find themselves back here, there's cute stuff to look at. And that's kind of what I want to do with the beach. I'm not going to decorate it all, but I'm going to add maybe some cute things here and there, like I said before, because, it fits. Also, while I was doing this, I was watching The Grinch. I remember when I was decorating, I was watching The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which is, the old one, the live action one, the one I'm talking about. That movie's so good. That's such a perfect Christmas movie, in my opinion. It's so silly, but it's so good. And then also, like, I think I've talked about this before in this series. I guess The Grinch is really on my mind. It's a good Christmas movie. But when there's like a flashback to when the Grinch was young and they were all bullying him, it makes me sad. I feel bad for the Grinch, and I don't even know if you're supposed to feel that bad for him, but I really feel for him. Nobody should get bullied like that. And they say that he's not a who because he's ugly and hairy. That's so mean. Oh no, I know I'm being a little dramatic, but it's a good movie. It's fun to watch. I love all those fun Christmas movies, like the Elf. Elf is a really fun one. There's a lot of cute silliness and things that they say, like when he hears that Santa's coming and he's like, I know him. Like, that's such an iconic line. I love that movie so much. But yeah, what are your favorite holiday movies? What do you have to watch every year? I know I've asked this before, but I love to know, because I always want to watch more. We always all watch the same ones, but man, I gotta watch more. Maybe I'll watch the Vanessa Hudgens ones. They're like the Princess Switch. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like a million of them, and Vanessa Hudgens is in all of them, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but we are nearing the end of the build. This was so fun and exciting. I'm making a video here every day, so subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.